I've got no new ideas and I've got no new plans, so I'm building a base where I won't be fighting at all. Let's see if that was a mistake. How you doing? I'm Rebel, welcome back to 7 Days. Well, with the holiday right around the corner and Mother Nature throwing everything she's got at us, it's been a hectic week and I hit a creative wall. So since I couldn't think of a design that covers a new tactic, I'm gonna build a base using every trap I can think of. It's gonna be overloaded with spikes, turrets, electric fence posts, blade traps, and dart traps. But since these zombies are relentless, I have no idea if this setup is gonna hold. But we're about to find out. Let's get to building. Alright, I think we found our spot. We are real close to the desert biome. I don't know what the heck that is. We got a little testing base over there in the desert. But we got our spot of land picked out. Now we just need to start building up the base. And as always, we're gonna start with the stairs. Always somebody creeping in as soon as I try to start building these bases. Get out of here. Alright, the plan for this base, or lack of plan for this base, is actually pretty simple. I don't plan on using any, no cheesy droppers, no anything like that. If they fall, they fall. That's on them. I'm basically just gonna build them a pathway. The zombies will have to navigate through it more than one time to get the best maximum efficiency out of that one trap. And then have them cycle through back and forth through the pathway. Get out of here, bush. And hopefully, with them cycling back and forth through a pathway, and it's not gonna be like them going up the pathway, falling off the edge, and then having to cycle, turn around, go back and restart. I'm just talking about them walking through a pathway, but I want that pathway that they walk through to be lined with traps. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. All right, I think that's gonna be enough of an entranceway. This is like the trap-free zone into the base, so they're not gonna have any traps up until they reach this point, I think. I don't know, maybe we'll get creative later and throw something in at them. All right, I can't build any of the walls up just yet because I'm gonna end up putting electric fence posts like here and here, but I have to do something that's gonna, this is gonna have to be surrounded by a giant wall, because if they're gonna be making their way through here, I need to put the electric fence posts on something. They can't just be floating. And I also need to test to see how far the electric fence posts will actually go. Over to the testing center. All right, so I have an electric fence post set up at the 0 block, the 10 block, the 15 block, and the 20 block. I wanna see if I can connect this to, obviously the 20 block is way too far. Just to double check. Right here's when it goes red. The 10 block is when it goes red. So I can't reach, I can reach the 15 block. Can I reach the 16 block? All right, it doesn't look like I can reach the 16 block. So 15 blocks is the maximum distance that an electric fence post can make it. That's the maximum distance for an electric fence post. So I think we're gonna be okay there. All right, back to the base. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna have them cycle though one additional time. All right, so if that's gonna be my electric fence posts, I just wanna make sure that I can actually make that. Yeah, I can. Good. So the zombies are gonna have to come through this way, but they're gonna be cycled all the way through with these electric fence posts. Pretty much this entire corridor is just gonna be lined with electric fence posts. All right, so I got all the electric fence posts in place down both sides, but I think I made a mistake and I'm not gonna redo it. So see how I have them on the pole side centered? That's nice and all. Makes it look, clean and uniform. But the problem with that is if I'm trying to protect them from any cop explosions or any type of projectile based attacks from the zombies by building a wall here, it just doesn't look right. It looks like there's a gap. So I think we're just gonna have to live with that gap. Let me wire all these up and then build up that wall, and then we'll move on to the next portion of the base. It also would probably help if I did a little bit of a test to see how much damage the electric fence post does to zombies. The main point of electric fence post isn't to damage your enemy. It's not to damage the zombies. It's literally just to slow them down. And on their own, they're okay. They do what they're supposed to do. But when you combine electric fence posts with other types of traps, that's where the real damage happens. Maybe I should do that test. All right, back to the testing center to test to see how much damage these electric fence posts actually do. Do I have a generator hooked up somewhere? I do, good. So we're gonna put an electric fence post, say here, and there. All right, so we got our feral Arlene on the opposite side of this electric fence post. Let's turn God mode on so we can actually see the damage she takes. All right, one cycle through the electric fence post. And she's done. And she took like 24 damage. So not that much damage. But you string 15 of them up all together. That's a lot of damage. But I also know that the charged zombies just blaze right through the electric fence posts. So she only took 4 damage. And I wonder if the different zombies take different amounts of damage. So we got Arlene, it's at 131, the biker is 621, and Bo's at 204. So if I turn this on. All right, they're all making it through. Come on, all the way through. They're getting hung up on it a lot more than Arlene did. They're bigger. I'm trying to stay away from Arlene. I don't want her to beat me. Yeah, they're not even making it through at all. Bo didn't make it through at all. Arlene, you took about 30 damage. Yeah, Bo got stuck the entire time. I wonder if it was because I was moving around. Let's try that again. Come on, buddy. He's at 178. I wonder if he's just stuck there perpetually. Or if he's gonna make his way through. Just standing here. I don't wanna skew the test results. Doesn't look like he's moving. Maybe an electric fence post is Bo's natural enemy. Yeah, he's not making it through. Have a nice night, Bo. I think the way that the zombies actually make it through, some of the zombies make it through the electric fence posts, is by other zombies coming behind them and pushing them. Yeah, because he's not making any progress whatsoever. All right, think you proved my point. So let's set up an infernal, a radiated, a charged, and a feral, and a regular. All right, there's all the different types of zombies. Let's see what they do. Obviously, the charged makes it through first. Then I saw the infernal making it through, then the infected, then the regular bow, and feral bow is just stuck in place. So every once in a while they just get stuck in place and can't move. Okay. So while the electric fence posts do make a decent offensive weapon, I think the main goal, where the electric fence post really shines, is when you put it in combination with other style of traps. Other trap styles, other types of traps. All right, so we got our electric fence posts in. We have our dart trap hallway. Now I think I should just, before I get too deep, I'm gonna wire this up. I'm gonna need a couple generators to power all this. I'm gonna have these set off on a motion sensor. These are just gonna be active. I'm not gonna worry about having these turn on and off, but I think these ones here, these have to be set up on like a motion, some sort of motion sensor. I don't know how I'm gonna get all of these working on one motion sensor though. I might need to make two. We'll see. I think what I'm gonna do is build like a power station, just like a generator house. This is gonna take so much electricity to run. Yeah, I think the power station's gonna be right over here. Hopefully they leave it alone. All right, so we're making progress. It's slow progress, but it's progress. We have the zombies zigzagging their way back and forth through a bunch of electric fence posts. I'm hoping that they last the entire horde night. I very highly doubt all of them will. Then when they make it through this point, I have the motion sensor set up to where they have a dart trap hallway. Oh, next trap. All right, slight modification to the dart trap hallway. I added one more row on top just so that they're getting hit from every angle except for below. I guess I could do that too, but I think that's enough dart traps for this one hallway. Now here comes the part of the base that I always struggle with. I have the hardest time setting up blade traps. So the blade traps always give me an issue, and I know how they're set up. I know they're a 3x3 structure. I know that none of the blades can overlap. Gotta fill this in. But I always have the hardest time getting like the right setup for them for whatever reason. So see how there's like this little lip right here. That thing right there. I don't know why, but I have a habit of facing those on the outsides of the zombies. I always think that they get caught on them. I don't think it matters, but I always think that they get caught on them, and I always have to have my traps built with those facing out. So like here, that's gonna be too close, right? Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. All right, that's fine. Better that it happens now. That just means I'm gonna need some supporting center structures in here. Electric fence post set, dart trap set, blade trap set, not wired. Now the turrets. Ah, it's doing that thing. I hate it when it does this. This one block space won't let me put a block there. Hate this thing. See? It just completely avoids that one block. Why does it do that? Can I build over it? Can't build over it. Not until there. Oh, that's so weird. I hate it when it does that. I tried destroying everything underneath. Filling it all in with soil. Won't let me put soil there. Nothing. It'll let me build. Like, that's a floating block. It's attached to something. The game thinks that there's something there. For whatever reason, there's nothing there. Won't let me build in there. All right, we're gonna have a funky looking tower right here, just because, for whatever reason, the game wants to be goofy. Normally, I would just pick out a new spot and build around it, but I already have, like, a lot of this base already built, so I'm not gonna change that now. If any of you have a solution to this, if any of you come across it in your playthroughs, let me know, because it's bugging me. I can't figure out a fix for this. All right, now we need to fill up all the ammo. You have no idea how long and tedious this is. Oh, that's a shotgun. There we go. Every little corner of this, I thought that this was gonna be... Did I lock that? Did I lock this? Yeah. I thought that this was gonna be a lot easier of a build. Not that I mind. I enjoy the deep builds, but I always start building a base thinking, this will be easy. This won't be bad. Never turns out that way. I'm gonna go through each one just to make sure. I'm not gonna make you sit through each one, but I'm gonna go through each one to make sure that I got everything locked up and loaded properly. All right, everything's locked and loaded. I don't know if we're gonna have enough power to power all of this, to be honest. We're at 259. Pretty sure these are all locked and ready to go. All right, I can't get this last one. I don't have the distance on this last one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run all of these individually, except for the last one. The last one we're gonna daisy chain to this one right here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna daisy chain it to this one because I think this one's gonna take the least amount of damage. I'm gonna turn this on just for one. Yep, it works. I'm gonna have to refill these dart traps, man. I had to test those so much. They're not out of ammo, but they're starting to run low. 428, that's not bad. There's one of these that's like, 374. 398. I'm gonna have to fill those up before Horde Night starts. And I think from here, the only thing left we have to do is build up our bunker. And I think we covered all of it. We got electric fence posts, dart traps, blade traps, turrets. Spikes and a robotic sledge? I think that's it. What other trap? Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just going through and taking a look at my old bases just to make sure. Yeah, blade traps. This was actually a really fun base to fight in. The spiral base, that was fun. I'm just taking a look to see if I can see any type of traps that I need or that I forgot. For some reason, I feel like I'm forgetting one. All right, I haven't done any testing whatsoever with the zombies. Not a single test has gone through, so this could go horribly wrong. I got everything running. Maybe I should test it just one time to make sure it's working properly. Oh, I forgot there's stairs. I never built them a stairway in. Need to make sure I do that before I start up anything. And we're gonna use these cube corners rather than the regular stairs, because I was told, I watched a video from Pseudoposse and he said that these stairs work far better than the standard stairs. The zombies have a less likely chance of them going into destroy everything mode and beating away at your base. I don't see them having to cycle through several times. So destroy everything mode isn't really, it's still a possibility. It's always a possibility, but I don't see it being that big of an issue. I hope. All right, before we go too much further, I'm gonna come into my base here, detach the camera. There we go. And we're gonna throw in a Feral Arlene just to make sure. Like, I'm not gonna make her go through the entire base because that's just outrageous. But just to make sure. She disappears instantly. Uh-oh, too far away. That's closer. All right, got her attention. Don't beat away at my foundation. What are you doing? You. And you. Where are you going? Stupid goldfish, get over here. Yeah, see, they're going towards my foundation, and then I'm reachable. Don't worry about it. Get your butt back over to those stairs. All right, that's enough of a test. Thank you, ladies. I don't want all of my stuff to be destroyed before I even start. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. The fact that Arlene was disappearing when she was too far away from the base scares me, because after a certain distance, they do despawn. So I'm afraid that my bunker is gonna be too far away from their starting spawn point, but I don't know if that's the case, that's the case, right? We're just gonna play it by ear, see how it works. All right, I think I have the whole thing painted up. I'm not painting my powerhouse. Ah, darn it, I always miss a block. Always, never fails. Give me you. Paint surface. All right, I think I have the whole thing painted up, looking nice. I'm sure there's a block or two in here I missed. Has to be. But basically what I'm hoping happen is that stupid unpainted surfaces, you're mustard now. How did I miss that? Biggest wall in the whole place. All right, they're all painted up. They're all painted up. So what I hope happens, oh, that's jarring. Coming up these stairs. Oof, that is very jarring. Glad I don't have to do it. Darn it, you stupid. How did I miss all these spots? All right, so I hope they come up the stairs, make their way through the labyrinth of electric fence posts, just eyeballing any last mispainted spots. They're gonna walk their way back and forth. Then they're gonna get to here, and they're gonna have to make their way through the dirt trap tunnel of death that's controlled by a motion sensor. If they make it through that, then they have to get through the 4 blade traps. And if they make it through that, then they have to get through shotgun turret, SMG turret, shotgun turret, SMG turret, shotgun turret, SMG turret, shotgun turret, all the way through to here. If they make it here, they have to deal with the spikes and Robo Sledge. I very highly doubt they're probably gonna make it to me, just because I said that. Just because I said I very highly doubt. I was gonna say I very highly doubt they're gonna make it to me, but let's be real. They're gonna make it to me, and they're gonna annihilate me and destroy this base completely, and it won't be standing for very long. I'm afraid that they're just gonna go for like the pillars somewhere, because my pillars are pretty far spaced apart. There's a lot of weight on some of these. I don't know. The only thing left to do is to send in Horde Night. All right, we got the club, the spear, the pistol, 44, auto shotty, SMG, tactical assault rifle, lever action rifle, enough ammo for an army, some concrete, some gas for the gas can, which we're not going to refill mid-horde, repair kits for the weapons, a cast in case I fall, yucca juice and bacon and eggs for stamina recovery, first aid kits, first aid bandages for health reasons. I think that's it. Am I missing anything? I'm always missing something. Creative mode off, dev mode off. Let's make sure we don't have any extra additional supplies that we shouldn't have. No dev tools. We're good. All right. Creative mode off and dev mode off. Set time, day 70, 21:58. Here goes nothing. Probably should have put a door back here. Oh well. Please just don't beat away at my foundation. Just follow the pathway I want you to take. I'm staying away from that door because I don't want... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Spawning over there already. Now watch, they all just start beating away at the foundation of my bunker. That's not gonna be good. I don't see anybody making their way over there. Okay, I see a couple. Keep moving along. Move it along. How you guys doing? Ooh. One shot, headshot. So I guess now we just kind of wait and watch these zombies cycle through, because I can't really do much. They're just stuck going through the motions. I'm just gonna let the spider zombie kind of work his way through just to make sure everything's working right. None of the... Oh, wait. Hang on. Set time, day 1, 6 a.m. Hang on. Hang on. I messed up. Dev mode on, creative mode on. Forgot to turn this on. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? hopefully that's everything now. Creative mode off, dev mode off, set time, day 70, 21:58. Welcome to the Everything Horde Base, take 2. You guys gonna spawn? Oh, they're already seeing zombies on the ground, I think. That's kind of a good thing. Kind of. They're plugging away at the zombies on the ground. They're not even at their location yet. I don't think they're gonna make it through the wall of turrets. Couldn't think of the word. Oh, Charged made it through. I might have to slow him down. Maybe not. Didn't have to slow him down a bit. The base did the work for me. Yeah, they only get hit like twice in that whole tunnel. I guess a better setup would be like facing them or behind them, but I kind of like this sign. I kind of like this. They're getting shot by all angles. Yeah, they're not taking a whole lot of damage, but still fun. I guess I don't really even need to defend my base right now. I mean, it's kind of doing it on its own. An hour into Horde Night, and they haven't made it past the blade traps. So, we'll just kind of see how it goes from here. Eventually, we're going to lose those electric fence posts, because they're just chewing away at the zombies right now. And they're all radiated, and look at the nurse run. Woo. See how far she makes it. Sorry, you didn't make it very far. I guess I designed the electric fence post a little bit too strong because nobody is making it through. I don't want to do any damage to my base, but at the same time, it's boring just sitting here. These guys are all just plugging away at people on the ground. They haven't even... I've gotten a few zombies up in that corner, but not many. I built myself this double barrier with the ability to go through, and I gave myself some concrete ramps just in case that they were gonna overpower my fighting position. I don't think I'm gonna need it. We're 4.5 hours into Horde Night, and we haven't gotten a single zombie to our fighting position yet. Not a chance. I think the electric fence posts are too strong. Biker, I hit you once. Oh, it looks like we got an electric fence post down. I just saw one sparking over there. Yeah, one sparking. So we lost one electric fence post so far. We're in trouble now. So I guess since there's not a whole lot of fighting that needs to be done in this base, I'm gonna take this opportunity to tell you guys, if I did my calculations correctly, this video should be coming out the day after Christmas. So I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. I hope you got to spend it with your friends, families, and loved ones. And I hope it was a safe, happy, and enjoyable time of the year for you. Looks like we got a couple more electric fence posts out. 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like. 4, maybe 5 electric fence posts out. Still kicking strong. Hour and a half left to Horde Night. Arlene, you've been stuck there. I don't want to hit you just because feel like it'd be rude. Besides, my turrets do it for me. Ah, we got a spider making his way through. He'll make it all the way because he's ducking under all the electric fence posts. But he might fall off and get stuck by one of these other guys that are just holding everybody up. Nope, he made it through. Go, spider, go. You can do it. I believe it. I don't believe in you anymore. They're all just frozen in place. I got no way to fight them. I mean, I guess I could just lay into them. Did I bring... I didn't bring my crossbow. Or my bow and arrow with the explosive arrows. I bet you, as soon as Horde Night's over and we bail on this base, we're gonna get annihilated. And this right here is a prime example of why I don't overbuild my bases. I try to build my bases with consideration of like day 70. So the materials that you would normally have on day 70 is what I try to build with. This right here, this is just insanely overkill. 10 more minutes, I think we got it. Just spray into the crowd. All right. We had our fun. The zombies didn't stand a chance. Just heard a cop explode. And there's Horde Knight. Feral White made it to the blade traps. Charged White, how you gonna do, buddy? I'll help him out. All right, let me out of here. Let's get rid of the rest of these zombies. I guess we gotta have a little bit of fun, right? Uh-oh, reload. Go up the jarring stairs. Ugh. Surprised I'm not getting hit from behind yet. There it is. Ah, sprained leg, come on. That's a problem. We're actually trying to survive here, so let's hit up these stairs again. That's annoying. Sorry, guys. You gotta come back this way. Back through the wires that you just passed through. Uh-oh. Can I get them? Got them before they got me. Hey, guys, how you doing? See ya. I probably should put this cast on my hotbar, along with probably this first aid. Come on, biker. Completely missed. To be fair, I wasn't looking at him. I was looking a little bit to my left. That one I have no excuse for. I have no idea which blades. Looks like all of these are down. I think this one, 1, 2, 3, it looks like 4 electric fence posts survived. That went better than I expected. I hear a zombie. How'd you get stuck under there, sir? Silly zombie. Well, talk about anticlimactic. I was expecting just a tiny bit of panic, but the base was so strong I literally had to break a couple of my own electric fence posts just to get some solid B-roll. But even when I did, the darts, blade traps, and turrets snapped those zombies out of existence before I could even blink. And poor little Robo Sledge, man, he didn't even get to hit one zombie. He just sat there all night like the kid who never got picked on in gym class, screaming, "Put me in, coach!" If you like this base, or if you have any other crazy ideas you want to see me test, you know the rest of the deal. Like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace, I'm outta here.